Hello again and welcome back to Vocal X IBR. That stands for Vocal Expressions Inspired by Beverly Rivers. I am a singer, songwriter, and voice coach, and the clips that you're about to see are for educational purposes only. I'm doing these commentaries to help singers understand the importance of training their voices. Tell me if you agree with my assessment of the singer, and tell me if this is someone you already know and if you're already a fan. I will share a link in the description box to where I found this clip so that you can visit and subscribe to the artist and give them lots of love. You may recognize this young lady. Her name is Samara Joy. And I didn't know this until I looked her up after seeing this video. I had not heard of her before, but I came across this video on Facebook, or it popped up in my feed, and I listened to her voice and I was just floored. I was like, wow, she has an amazing contralto voice. And I've been talking to the choir about female low voice is contralto and not tenor. Tenor is a male voice. But I want you to hear what a true contralto sounds like, so that if you're struggling with where your range is, if your voice is low like this, you are a contralto. The other thing I want to say about this is I didn't recognize who she was because she came on Facebook as her just raw and real self. And I love that. So I'll say more about that after you take a listen to her beautiful voice. Check this out. Okay, so let's pause there for a moment because there's just so many things that all of you who are working on your voices can learn from Miss Samara Joy here. First of all, that first note was perfection. It hit you like in the gut, like, whoa, wow, she was right on that first note. So you always want to start strong. Starting should be perfection. Begin and end perfectly. So that's one of my rules. The other thing is she pronounces her words articulately. Okay? So she puts the T's on the ends of her words, not a big T, but just enough for you to know. When she said heart, it didn't sound like har. It was heart. It had a little T on the end. And that's another pet peeve of mine, another thing that I've been saying to my students, that you have to articulate your words. When someone listens to you sing, they should not have to look at lyrics to be able to know what you just sang. They should be able to tell what the word is. So I love that about her singing. She's very articulate, and she uses her lips and her mouth to shape the sounds and help you to understand what she's singing. So even someone who is deaf could read her lips and know what word she just said. All wonderful and great things. The last thing I want to say before I let you listen to a little bit more is that Miss Samara Joy has a gift of volume control. She went up to that high note and she got it nice and loud, not too loud, and then came back softly. So her crescendo and decrescendo is flawless. Let's listen to a little bit more. Is your figure less than Greek?
Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart?
Hear that T?
Change a hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. Each day is Valentine's. Stay, little Valentine. Each day is Valentine's Day.
Amazing, amazing. Awesome. Okay. So what else do I have to say about this? So many beautiful nuggets in here. Okay. She incorporated the ending of a word with the beginning of another word because she was still ringing on it. Okay. So I'll have you I'm going to put the link to this in the description box. It's on Facebook. So you'll have to seek it out if you're on Facebook, because I didn't get this on YouTube, but you'll have to seek it out. And when you go there, listen to this a couple of times because she did something so wonderfully perfect. And it's good teaching for you as a singer to be able to blend the end of a word to the beginning of another word, but still get the ending of the word in. Okay, it's so important for understanding. All right. And then her ad libs, when she was sliding at the end, so perfectly. Like those were actual notes. It wasn't like sort of somewhere. It was actually somewhere, which is another big pet peeve of mine with singers. Sometimes they're just all over the place and not somewhere especially. And the last thing I want to say about Miss Samara Joy, great job, but I want you to pay attention to when you watch this again. Pay attention to the musician behind her also, who is extremely enjoying her singing. And it also causes him to play differently behind her to wrap around what she's singing. So you can always tell a musician. He reminds me of Ken Hughes, who used to play keyboards for my band, and how he would just be so amused by certain lyrics or certain licks that the voice would do, and he would play against that. So that's what I want to say about Miss Samara Joy. Look her up. She has won many awards. I didn't know this about her before listening to this, but now I'm a fan. Okay, so check her out, become a fan, support her. And I love this natural look for her. When you see her in all of her recording artist, mainstream glory, she does not look like this, but it's still her. This is her natural look, and I love this. I love this natural look because I think that a lot of times, we play into the way the world does stuff, and young people, children are watching us, and they feel like I can never be like her, but they look at this. Oh, I look like her. And they're encouraged. All right, that's all I have to say about this one. See you on the next one.